All right, welcome back to the Online Coach Podcast. Now, in this episode, we are going to be talking about three things. We're going to be talking about sales slumps, we're going to be talking about daily accountability, and we're also going to be talking about lifestyle struggles. Now, quick note, we might chop this up a little bit. We're shooting this at like 8 p.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And there is construction going on down below us.
Right there. So
perfect. So yeah, if you see like a drawing cut, it's just because you guys know the drill. We do these raw and real, and usually don't like to do a cut, but we might need to. So just set that expectation.
But with that being said, let's dive right in here. So this is our first time meeting. I'm Jess, this is Jeff, and we are a couple of online business coaches. We built 2 six-figure coaching businesses, both within 90 days, completely organically.
That's right, guys. And the whole point of this weekly podcast is to just come and share with you guys raw and real the lessons we learned along the way from the past week, so that you too can have the freedom to build a business that allows you to work from anywhere, make an impact, design the lifestyle you want. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's try to beat the noise and let's dive right into sales slumps.
Trying to beat the noise. Okay, sales slumps. So here's how this came up. This is a question that we got earlier in the week from one of our clients
on our coaching call.
And it was a really good question. And she came to us and she's like, guys, what do you do when you're in a sales slump? And so we had to just throw that question at first back on her, because we're like, well, why do you know if you are in a sales slump? She's like, well, I think I am. So we had to remind her that at least if you're a client of ours, you know you're in a sales slump, black or white, if you're closing under 25%. The reason we have that number is because we're so confident with our clients that you're gonna be closing at least 30%. That, I mean, those are our numbers. But if you're closing under 25%, then that means, yes, you are in a sales slump. So the cool thing for her is she instantly perked up. She's like, oh, I'm actually not in a sales slump. I'm closing above 25%. We're like, perfect, that's awesome. We always need to be reminded of these things.
Yes.
But, so she instantly felt a lot better. But let's just play it back, or play it out. And let's say that she was in a sales slump. She was closing, or you are closing under 25%. What do you do? How do you fix that?
Great question, Jeff.
Yeah, you want to share how to do that? You want me to keep rolling?
I mean, keep rolling, but one thing I know you do is you go back and review the game tape because something is going wrong on the call. So I'll let you, you're the sales king.
It's as simple as that. And so here's the mindset shift that we give all our clients, or remind them, and we remind ourselves. Guys, we like to practice like we preach kind of thing. So I'll just share with you, and maybe I could teach through telling how we do things.
Yeah.
Is every time before I get on a sales call, my goal is not to close the other person. Yeah, that'd be great, but that's a variable I cannot control. What I can control is how I perform on the call. So my whole goal that we like to impart into our clients as well is to just record a perfect sales call. And so what does that actually look like? For myself and for our clients, a perfect sales call means that you're literally just hitting a checklist of questions. And if you just hit this simple checklist of questions, that's a perfect sales call.
Right.
It really is. And if you record it, great, because if you close on it, awesome. Then you can review the game tape on what a good sales call looks like. And if you blew it, then you could review the tapes, and then you'll realize that you most likely did not hit all the things on the sales checklist. So
Black and white, simple.
Right. And guys, we don't use scripts in our business. We don't. We want you to be able to flow. We don't want you to sound like a robot or anything. We've literally simplified sales down to a simple checklist. And so you just have that next to you, or you just have it in your brain and be like, okay, did I hit this part? Did I hit this part? Okay, cool. Yeah.
That's success.
I ran that perfectly.
Right. Did you check the check boxes? Did you control what you did? Did you control it? Check the check boxes. That is success. Not worrying about trying to control other people. We can't do that. That's just not reality. So if you can control what you do, awesome. Check the check boxes. You've had a successful moment.
Beautiful. Yeah, so a little recap on sales slump. I don't know if you're in one or not, is if you're closing under 25%, yes, you're in a sales slump, according to us. According to us. If you're running an online coaching business, if you're closing above that, feel good about yourself, dust yourself off, take a cold shower, get back in the game.
Yeah, go back, review the numbers. That's how you figure out what your closing percentage is.
Exactly.
Yeah, sweet, great recap on that one.
You want to talk about how we did business-wise, or you want to talk about another client question? Where do you want to take it?
Let's jump into how we did business-wise, because that kind of leads us into the next topic of accountability.
Beautiful.
And it also kind of plays into sales.
Yeah, let's keep this call really short just because, like we said, we have the construction going on downstairs.
So, recap of our week in sales. How did we do, Jeff?
Did really well.
We did really good. We're very excited and proud of this week. We brought in 6 clients. One just paid today and came in too. Shout out Cornelia. We're so excited you joined us
Stoked to have you. It's going to be a freaking party.
It's going to be a party. And so, yeah, we had a great week and we brought on some amazing clients. We're so excited in all of the different markets.
Yeah, we didn't pitch everyone too, but we have some fitness coaches coming in. We got some mindset coaches, some accountability, some
clarity.
No relationship coaches this week.
Oh, that's right. We didn't do relationship this week, but hey, we want you. So if you're ready, let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a really busy week of tons of sales calls this week.
Right.
So we did have to push the content aside a little bit, but that's okay with us. In our business, no matter what, clients always come first. They come before content, especially.
Yeah, I think that was a perfect segue into the next thing we wanted to talk about, which is daily accountability, right?
Daily accountability, baby. Yeah, you guys have been seeing, if you're following us on Instagram, we are posting daily to hold ourselves accountable and show you what we want to be held accountable on. So you see this week, we were not crushing it on the YouTube game.
You should say, follow us on IG, or just follow her at the very least. It's at Jess Bang Show. Just like it sounds. And yeah, guys, we are not perfect. We are not saints kind of thing.
I'm okay with it.
Right. And so we have a checklist, and maybe we'll share what that simple checklist is of 5 things we want to do daily that we want to hold ourselves accountable to publicly. And to be honest, we failed 4 out of the 7 days, and yet we had a multi-5-figure week, just team of 2. So it's it just goes to show you that even a blind squirrel finds a nut. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect, but you can strive for excellence.
100%. And also, just to kind of piggyback off of the fact that we didn't hit our content goals this week, but we did grow our business this week. And so something that you probably heard us say multiple times on our YouTube channel, on our Instagram, our clients, we say this all the time, content is the least important when it comes to your coaching business. And so this week, using ourselves as an example, that's a great example of that, because we did 1 YouTube video, we did no feed content on Instagram, I don't even think we had a CTA up or a call to action this week on Instagram at all, yet we still brought in 6 amazing clients. So just to recap, content is the least important. Go out there, audience build, have conversations. We've talked about this in previous episodes.
And stack client results.
Honestly,
that just makes things really easy. If you just do good by your clients and make sure that they're happy, well, number 1, you get recurring, awesome. But then you can be throwing up your clients' results. For example, this week we had some banging client results where it's just we don't really need content if we just helped a client raise their prices to $15K. We don't really need to put up our own content if we just helped another client start closing. This is a fitness client, mind you. Start closing deals at $5K for 90 days. Just a couple months ago, she was charging $200 a month. So it's just do right by your clients. And the rest will fall into place.
Right, and that's the other thing is, we will always put our clients first. We will always help them first, which is why content is so secondary. We love getting our clients results. That's why we're doing this business.
Yeah, so I think we should actually reset some expectations too. So guys,
great segue.
Yeah, so guys, check this out. In case you didn't watch our last episode, we made this goal for 90 days to put up a YouTube video every single day for 90 days. Well, guess what? Fast forward to this week, we failed last week. We missed 2 days. 2 to 3 days. This week we missed 3 to 4 days.
Yes.
And to be fair, I'm not one to make too many excuses, but this computer that I'm on is a freaking dinosaur. I'll get a new one in a couple weeks when we're back in the States.
So excited for the new one.
Right. But then also, Jess is going to be apart from me for the next 2 weeks. And so obviously there's no way that we can film the quick start guide the way that we want to. We love having both of us in the videos just to show 2 perspectives, not just the male and female perspective. Because number 1, she's eye candy, but she's also, you're a master of, you speak for women. You know, you're a master of flow. Stuff has got to feel right. It's got to look good. You're a master of branding. But with me, I'm just like, let's make that shit sell. You know, I'm pretty good at structure.
I'm more flow. He's more logic for sure.
Right. And so we want, in order for us to make the best quick start series possible for you guys, we think it's important to have both of us in those. And so just to reset expectations, I think maybe what we'll do, tomorrow's Monday, maybe we'll shoot 5 to 6 videos if there's no construction going on downstairs.
Right.
And then we'll maybe drop 2 videos a week for the next 2 to 3 weeks because we know we're going to be out of town. I think you're buzzing. Oh, that's me. I got a phone call coming in. Sorry, guys. But that way we'll be able to put out 2 videos on YouTube this week, 2 videos next week, 2 videos the next week.
Right. And just to, I 100% agree with everything you're saying.
I'm turning this off. Yeah, keep talking.
But just to piggyback off of what Jeff is saying too, is we want to create the best content for you so that you get results from our YouTube content. We don't want to just throw up content for content's sake to just check the box. We want to make sure that you're getting actionable steps so that you can get banging results from our YouTube channel. We want you to launch your coaching business in 30 days and build that dream business of yours. So quality as well over quantity, if you will.
Right. And so I think we touched on daily accountability. It's, guys, we fail.
Yes.
Too.
Well, let's just touch on health really fast.
Nobody loves Superman.
We're definitely not Superman or woman over here.
Right. I had a client of mine who was worth 9 figures. When I asked him why he wasn't playing in a volleyball tournament, he's like, got all serious. Jeff, nobody loves Superman. I'm just like, that's kind of true.
That's a running joke and saying now in our business.
It is. But think about it. Like, everybody loves Batman. Why? Because he has like all these fatal flaws and stuff like that. Like, Superman's good at freaking
sexy.
Yeah, Superman's good at everything. He's got great hair.
He does have good hair. He does.
Right.
But I'll take the dark, edgy, not perfect man any day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. Are you team Superman or team Batman?
I'm curious.
Team Batman all day long.
I'm team Batman.
What did you want to say? I think I cut you off there.
Well, just to touch a little bit more on accountability, let's just touch on the health aspect too for this week. So how did you do on your health?
Okay, well, I check the box daily, but I'm not jumping over any hoops by any means. So for me, I tell myself health, I want to hit macros and move. I don't know if you could see that on there, but what that looks like for me is I literally, to move, I need to move 7,000 steps per day. And for hit macros, I need to eat at least 2,500 calories. If I do those 2 things, because, you know, I'm trying to move up a weight class. If I do those 2 things, that's a checkbox for me health-wise. I know that's not that impressive for a lot of you guys, but health's kind of been on the back burner for the last month and a half.
We've been busy, but because we've also been stoked on some other things too, so.
Right, and for me, so what that looked like was 1.5 workouts this week, 2 workouts last week, and then
and
all
that's
last
like
month.
weights workout, right?
I really don't do too much, but I want to start jacking it up and doing 3 workouts a week.
Yeah, babe.
Should we talk about you? I think girls want to see how you get that, you know, bikini beach body.
So for me, mine is getting my morning movement in outside. So sun's really important to me, my quiet time, and getting a run or a walk. So just like at least some heart pumping stuff happening. And then my macros, because I'm one of the annoying people, and I'm sorry, I know it's annoying, but when we get busy, I literally forget to eat because I'm busy. I know that's annoying. I'm very sorry. So hitting my macros is very important. Reminder for me, hit that shit. You know what I mean? And then for actual, like what we classify, I guess, as like workouts, where it's like, you know, with weights or with my booty bands, you know, those things. I think I got 3 in this week.
Yeah.
The ideal for me is, it's like girls, I know you can relate to this. Movement and working out, it's so much like of a mindset, like it's like therapy as well. And I know you can relate to this. And so my ideal is at least 4 times a week. 5 if I'm lucky, but this week it was 3. But we were stoked on other things too, so.
I'm kind of like the surf instructor in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Do less. No, do less. You're doing too much.
You kind of are, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, less is more.
All right, baby. So that was accountability.
Daily accountability, yeah.
Should we talk about some lifestyle struggles?
Let's talk about some lifestyle struggles.
So what happened today?
Yeah, there's some trouble in paradise. Guys,
There was no trouble in, that's aggressive.
I'm trying to make it interesting. No.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't get carried away.
But guys, we are no saints. We are not perfect at all. We had a little tiff this morning.
We did.
We did.
I cried because I was a crier this morning. Sorry about it. Totally was. Emotions were high.
I'm sure I would have cried too. I'm just not a crier.
He's not a crier. No. I just get upset and frustrated and I just, anyways.
Yeah, I work out. Yeah. But then we got through it and then we had a nice brunch.
Right. And we don't mind getting in the tiffs. We don't mind getting in the arguments because our communication has gotten so good because we are also business partners, but we're also in a relationship. And so our communication, I will admit, when we first started doing this whole venture together, it was trying to figure it out was very rocky. There was a lot of like trying to figure out how to communicate, but understand we're still boyfriend, girlfriend.
Right.
But now our communication has gotten so much better. We got into the tiff, we bumped heads, but then within 15 minutes, we were literally talking about bigger and better things.
Right.
And we got over that hump. And then he took me out to brunch, which was always a nice treat.
Well, high level, the tip was about, like, Jess is not going to be here we're not going to see each other for about 2 weeks. And then we might go on vacation for a week or two, or we don't know after that. And we're like, well, when's the business going to get done? You know? And also it's like, yeah, we could run our business from anywhere, but usually we like working together in the same place. Like, we're not codependent, but we're very good at collaborating together. So what I mean by that is usually I'm the one that picks up the metaphorical paintbrush first.
Yeah, thank God though, because I'm not Da Vinci.
Oh, I'm not saying I am either. But then I'll get it to 80%. And then once something gets to 80%, then we give it to, the editor-in-chief over here, the girl that actually runs the whole business. And I'm going at a snail's pace, just being like, oh, okay. And then I put it on her desk and she's like, yes, no, fix this.
Very cutthroat.
Right. And so then me losing the editor-in-chief for a couple of weeks where I've been so used to just being able to see Jess, upstairs or downstairs in the other room, just being a little walk-in like Lumberg from Office Space, just swirling a coffee. It's like, so Jess, what are you working on? Then just throwing on her desk, like, hey, here's what I was working on.
Here's all the things I need help with.
Yeah, make it better.
That's 100% true. I am going to be gone, and it's not like we don't need to be in the same room. We like to and want to be in the same room when we're doing this work, especially as we're throwing in new things like YouTube and we're taking on these amazing new clients. Like, we really love to do that collaboratively. And also, I'm going to California for my mom's wedding. I'm getting there early, so I'm the MOH, and so it's a lot of stress of being able to gotta be happy there, and I want to make my mom stoked too, amazing fun
it's gonna
time.
Be a party. I'm excited.
It's gonna be so much fun, but then also knowing I get the anxiety of I'm leaving Jeff, he's not gonna be with me, and it's I'm not gonna be ready, available for him all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like a dog in her mind. She's like, well, who's gonna walk Jeff?
That's hilarious. That's not true. But it's just the anxiety gets high when you care about something, business, and someone, Jeff, so much that, and hope, vice versa, you care about me a whole bunch and business a whole bunch. And so when you care about things so much and you get anxiety, we get separation anxiety.
I'm just having a visual. It's I'm a grown man. Just as well, is Jeff going to be able to feed himself?
I know you'll be completely fine. And
I'll be pretty good.
You'll be fine, but at the same time, it's just the nerves of leaving and not being readily available.
Well, it's just, with us, when we work together, we have a really good speed that we can work at. I mean, where if you're a client of ours, you could see us where it's we beat teams of 10 to 20. Literally, 100%. It's pretty freaking wild. I don't say that from an egotistical way. It's just we're so used to working with each other and we know each other's strengths and weaknesses where there's no fuck around time unless it is time to fuck around.
Then we'll fuck around.
Yeah, we'll fuck around. But if it's let's get it dialed, it's right. Or we can even share one process that we've been working on is the 45, 10-5.
45, 10-5?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So roughly, we call it a power hour too.
Oh yes, Sorry, keep going. It's been a big day. We got a lot done today in our 45-10-5.
Yeah, so basically, it's when you and your team, or you and who's ever on your team, maybe it's just you and your partner, you guys both work on two things for 45 minutes to 50 minutes, all the way up to an hour. For us, we like 45. And then we come together for about 5 to 10 minutes to be like, okay, hey, I need a second pair of eyes on this. I need a second pair of eyes on this. Okay, this is good, this is bad, break, 5 minutes, chill, grab a coffee, take a piss, get back into it, do another 45-10-5. And you do a couple of those, and that's all you really need. Like, you literally, like, that's how you work really efficiently.
Really, and this is what also allows us to not hire out more people, you know?
Right.
It allows us to work really efficiently together.
That was another thing that we were talking about, too. It's like, well, we don't want to, what do we want to do? Like, yeah, we could take on more clients. Like, the cool thing is we're blessed that people want to work with us, which is really nice. And so, like, hey, just so you know, guys, if you want to work with us, we'd love to have you. Stoked to work with you. But we're only going to be taking like 3 more people. I think you said we're going to cap ourselves to.
We're going to cap ourselves at 3.
For
3 more.
For the rest of this month.
Yes, and so just to kind of give him a little, like a intro to this, is when we start to butt heads in scenarios, this is what we've learned, I think, it means that we are potentially maxing out a threshold, and we're trying or wanting to do too much that just isn't possible, and it's overwhelming.
Right.
And so when we start to butt heads, we know it's like a time to kind of sit and reevaluate and like, okay, so what are our goals here? If we are, you know, if we're stressed or thinking about trying to do something is making us stressed, let's take it back a little bit.
For example, like, yeah, and when it starts affecting lifestyle, that's super important to us. Like, I think you brought it up earlier. If not, it's like, I missed date night. Well, we still had some.
We had home date night. He lights the date night candles. That's the ambiance, and we put on a show.
But we had to push it later than we usually. Like, usually we had the hard stop at 5. You know what I mean? But then I had a later sales call, and so then I messed with our lifestyle on that. And so it's like, okay, well, do we really want to keep messing with lifestyle, or, you know, what's the for us, the perfect number of clients per month is 5 to 10. We could handle that very comfortably with just the 2 of us. Make sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's enjoying it. But above that, it's like there's a diminishing returns on the rewards, because it's like, it doesn't change our standard of living taking on more clients than that. It will change theirs, you know, which is cool. But it's like, what are we doing this for? It's your lifestyle kind of thing. We're not trying to compete and have the biggest online coaching business. And we don't think you guys should do that either. You can if you want. But if you vibe with us, part of our vibe tribe, then you're probably getting into this so that you can have freedom, so that you can have the lifestyle you want, work from anywhere and stuff like that. Well, around the 50K, between the 50K and 100K mark, that's where you kind of need to make the decision, like, okay, if I want to be hitting consistent 100K months, I need a team for that. But if you want to stay more around the 50K range, you can do that really easily with just two people.
Still have 80+% margins.
Exactly. But yeah, but then between that area, like when you're getting close to the 100K, it's like, I don't know, maybe you want to make money somewhere else.
Exactly. Well, and it's like, okay, yeah, we can make more if we want. We would have to hire on somebody else and then pay that person that money. We're, as we talked about in the last 2 episodes, we have a 3rd coaching business that we do want to start. And we're like, well, when are we going to allow ourselves to start that? And so I think we're going to start. It's a big passion of ours, so we're very excited about it.
Right, and that's a more scalable coaching offer that we're really excited about. We could work with so many people. Yeah, so maybe we'll launch that November, December, or whatever. But for now, we're really happy with our current clients. We're not going to get rid of our current offer. We love it.
We love being able to help people in this capacity.
But we just like keeping that 5 to 10.
And we like being high touch. We like being able to get clients amazing results.
I want to touch you.
I want to touch all of you, baby. So we don't want to over commit and just way max ourselves out to where we can't handle and we cannot give each other the TLC they deserve. Right. People the TLC they deserve. Or even you the TLC you deserve. You know what I mean?
We like to be like the opposite of an airline, where we like to under promise and over deliver.
We do. That is the truth. We do.
Should we tie a bow on this and
Let's
go grab some food?
Yeah, it's time to. I'm hungry, baby. We
Cool,
got a Big
guys.
J.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Online Coach Podcast. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, throw them down below.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see a day in the life of Online Coach Life, see the BTS, follow at Jess Bang Show. We post daily.
Yep. Be showing the goods. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Pretty good?
Yeah, that was great.
Nice.